Good morning, everybody. My name is John Castaldo, and I am the Executive Director of the Barre Granite Association, which was formed in 1889. At the height of the industry had over 3,000 employees. We now have about 1,200. And a lot of that loss has occurred in the last 25 years, and a lot of that is attributed to global competition. Increased global competition has hit the domestic manufacturers in Barre very hard. This year we've lost 2 companies. So taking this credit away from manufacturers is very short-sighted and further decreases their ability to compete. Vermont has become a very expensive place to do business, and this further augments this financial difficulty. The legislature should not try to balance the budget on the back of the small business owner, because they're a vital part of our economy and they provide thousands of jobs. This really is just a tax increase on small business owners. And for our industry, this affects many small businesses who have less than 20 employees, so we're not talking about large corporations here. Our manufacturers, and if you read the newspaper over the weekend, we just settled on a contract, are paying an average of 35% more than many industries and providing very generous benefit packages such as health insurance and life insurance. This global competition that has hit our industry is really taking a big bite out of that. 90% of the economy is driven by small business, and there are not wealthy granite owners in Barre. Most of them are operating on a 1 or 2% profit margin. So basically what we're looking at is employees who are employed are spending money in the economy. They're paying state taxes. Employees who are unemployed are not paying state taxes, and they have to collect unemployment, which is a cost burden for the state. So we are urging the legislature to please eliminate this reduction. Do not eliminate this benefit that they're going to take away from manufacturers. Thank you.
I'm Bob Foster. I'm a dairyman and composter from Millbury, Vermont. And picking up on what Senator Starr was talking about, I want to tell you why I'm here. I'm here because I'm concerned that agriculture is affected by this as well. And we've had a number of other state legislatures that are surrounding us that have seen fit, despite their budget crisis, to help farmers not take away something that's a credit that allows them to be a little bit more competitive in this state. Specifically, looking at it from our own perspective, I'm a member of Agrimark, which owns Cabot. Cabot is owned by dairy farmers, and we have 600 employees here in the state. Obviously, this affects Cabot and its profitability. Cabot was able last year to significantly improve its financial position through using this credit to build tax-paid reserves, and also reduce taxes so that that money is passed back to our dairy farmer members. We received this last year, either allocated or in cash, 55 cents a hundredweight, which is a significant amount to us when we're in this situation. In addition, Cabot had the opportunity to not use all of the Section 199 and credited our individual members an additional 60 cents a hundredweight. Now, this year, we probably can't take advantage of that because obviously the dairy industry is in a really tough strait. But next year, we might be able to. So I think it's important that we really look at what the impact of this is, and I think it's not only affecting the manufacturing sector, but it's also affecting dairy farmers as well. So I encourage you to remove or allow us to keep this deduction, or credit, actually.
My name is Margaret McDonald, and I am the tax director at Green Mountain Coffee Roasters based in Waterbury. I participated in Vermont's Blue Ribbon Tax Structure Commission and appreciate the opportunity to express our company's opinions and suggestions. The Tax Foundation, a 73-year-old nonpartisan tax research group based in Washington, D.C., prepares an annual state business tax climate index using 5 criteria: corporate income tax, individual income tax, sales tax, unemployment tax, and property tax. For 2010, the Tax Foundation ranked Vermont number 41. That means that businesses looking for the best tax rates in the country have 40 better choices than Vermont. Vermont's recent legislation, including the increased capital gains tax, the limitation of the deduction for state and local taxes, the decoupling from federal bonus depreciation, and the increase in unemployment tax ceilings do not go unnoticed by business owners. Both the national and state economies are struggling. Unemployment rates remain high and legislatures are trimming budgets. The difference, however, is that the federal government continues to promote business incentives. These incentives include accelerated depreciation for capital investments, tax breaks for hiring the unemployed and providing health insurance to employees, and an increased domestic production credit. Vermont needs to follow this example and allow its corporate citizens to help revive the economy through growth, not taxes. Vermont businesses pay income, property, payroll, and sales tax. They also pay their employees, who spend a good deal of that money in Vermont. Manufacturing in particular generates a wide variety of good-paying, steady jobs, as well as an ongoing investment of capital for machinery and equipment. Manufacturers need raw materials, spare parts, and service providers. They maintain inventories and distribution networks. Many run multiple shifts, providing shift differentials, additional benefits, and room for advancement. Even a large growing company like Green Mountain Coffee Roasters has had a difficult time recruiting talent to Vermont. We have had openings for management level and above in finance, IT, purchasing, and HR for as long as a year. Although our salary and benefit packages are considered generous, prospective employees often express concern with the high cost of living in Vermont. Green Mountain Coffee Roasters urges the Vermont Legislature to allow 100% of the federal domestic production credit in calculating Vermont taxable income. I expect the payback will be an increase in domestic manufacturing, job creation, and overall economic growth in Vermont. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Dan Brush. I represent the Teamsters. I'm a Teamster. I come from a multi-generational Vermont farm family, and any kind of assistance that farms can get, the manufacturing can get at this point in our economic struggle nationally is really going to make a big difference. We've lost over 30% of our manufacturing in the country since NAFTA was signed years ago, and these guys really deserve a boost up, and we just wanted to evince our support. Thank you.